side, traced on a Serenthus. We get into this one though, and it is pistols at dawn. We are going to be seeing the T side start for G2. Team Spirit starting on the defense of G2's map pick. Chris suggesting we're going to be seeing plenty of splits out of the G2 T side. And that is exactly where they start. Certainly looks like they've got a plan for this pistol.
Of course, barreling straight up middle here. Dexter, Mira overlooking, and Chopper as well in the window room. But it's over towards B is where G2's headed. Smokes are set up, flashes as well. And they have that P250 in the hands of Kenny.
So they will get into B, there's no doubt about that. Magix is trying to catch one of them with a stray bullet. And Amanek not taking any prisoners.
So it's a retake setup here, and they've already lost one. So this is looking great for G2 in the early stages.
Certainly is. Dexter from short when the smoke fades. Most from this rather busy kitchen. Too many cooks and all that. Could very well be the case for Team Spirit. 3 of them. Hunter the first to take contact. Amanek there to swing should he need it. And he does find a lot of trouble, but it's all bloodshed in favor of G2. They do not want to let Dexter work his magic, and well, he still starts to wave his wand a little bit. No time. 2 kills. And hunted now by Nico and Amanek, still taking his sweet time. G2 taking their pistol.
All right, well, Janko was just talking about how bad G2 have been on pistol rounds. That's a good start. That's a good way to kick this off. Now they need to make sure that they're able to convert. The toughest round in the game coming up right here. Team Spirit have already invested. 5-7. Deagles are in the mix. Utility as well. Dexter and SDY. Deagles as well. And here's just a couple of highlights of the assassination that went down there in Kitchen. Kenny's holding onto a Deagle for this one as well. So it might be some Deagle action for sure in round number 2. Mac 10 in the hands of Amanek, and Hunter onto the MP5. So mid control with Nico. You're going to see him around these mid boxes a lot.
What a hipster. Hasn't even got a knife skin.
And this is similar to a gun round spread here from Spirit. They haven't gone for any gamble stacks. They're just actually relying on these Deagles and pistols to be able to do damage in their standard CT positions. Had a couple of smokes early. SDY taking information off the back of that flash. So
yeah, and a little util apps has actually forced Dexter into the side. They dropped their smoke. The fact that no one came on that, they'll have to opt for a boost. Does mean that they'll be faffing around with that for a while as G2 gather their resources for a split. 2 through mid, 3 through Palace and ramp. Looks like it's actually 3 through Palace.
That's interesting right there. Obviously, we can see there's nobody waiting on that choke point specifically. SDY would have to hit some absolute crazy shots here. They're going to waterfall out of that Palace position.
Perfect timing for the smoke. It will nullify Mira. I wonder what his response will be. With that attention in middle. SDY not too distracted, and oh, so close to finishing off Amanek. Chopper couldn't quite get the job done. Now through mid they arrive. The smokes are perfect. G2, this is almost flawless.
And it's their round as well. Team Spirit are already backing off towards the B bomb side. They want to hold on to their upgraded pistols and armor and carry that through into the next round to give them another bite of that cherry. As simple as that, right? SDY, the jumping Mac 10 comes out, unable to land the shots. As soon as the site's given up, the bomb goes down, the utility comes through. Well, it's not a round that was ever looking solid for them in the first place. Have another shot at the next round. Try one of those stacks I was talking about. Do something a little bit aggressively as a unit. Force G2's hand. But a nice clean round here from G2 as Hunter's starting to take a little bit of a look in. Locked himself in towards underpass. You've also got back towards T-spawn, the likes of Amanek on that Mac 10. So these SMGs maybe seeing if they can grab a little bit of extra cash while taking away the upgraded pistols. But all in all, bomb's going to go off. And everyone's more than happy to lay down their guns. So 2-0, great start here from G2. And they're not having to get into a lot of duels early. That's the best way to win some rounds. 1 kill and a round on the board.
But now they're going to be going for these 2 SMGs. I'm very intrigued just to see what Amanek and Hunter's kind of roles are in this round. Once we do get off the break, they know they're up against a kind of a quasi-buy. Yeah,
maybe a little bit quicker with the SMGs, try and take some space, but there's so much utility, they don't have to force the issue. It's really just Nexer and Malik's call here, where they feel that's going to be the most potent way to apply their trade. Yeah. Top mid control taken again.
Some very quick mid control, and it seems like they want to take underpass as well. Not making any secret of their presence.
Yeah, so this is Team Spirit just relying on their individuals, right? If you're going to play like this in a lower buy round, it means that you're hoping that you can hit your shots.
Whoever that you go to can deal with you.
Yeah, and look, it's not the worst way to approach these situations, but because G2 are staying very conservative, they're taking their time, they're going as a pack, it's unlikely to see these Deagles, especially in the positions we can see right now, getting more than 1 frag as they peer on in.
Yeah, you're not going to have any kind of you only live once charges into a deagle and 2 silly headshots that puts a rifle and an awkward mid-round. That's what they're trying to avoid.
So they've shown mid presence. They made noise underpass. They're conditioning connector now. Looks like a B split.
Yeah, and you had no idea it was a B split until this utility started pouring in at second 49. 4 leaning the wrong side of the map. Magix drops his own smoke for survival. Tries to peek around it. And he is so overwhelmed, outgunned, outmanned. And look at the amount of utility, G2. Bit of a masterclass in the slow, safe conversion of their third.
Yeah, and now it's probably just about exits for Team Spirit. So nothing has really happened in these last few rounds, or at least it seems that way. It's just been this jostling across the map from G2. And again, 1 kill, they're in, bomb goes down, and Team Spirit, if they don't run away and just throw away this Kevlar, that's money they don't have to spend next round, right? They can just get the rifles, the utility. If they're able to scavenge an exit kill or 2, that's great as well. But all in all...
Dexter's mad, he took 2 damage.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Mir 2, actually. Not going to be getting that free upgrade.
Because this is a bonus scenario for G2. The fact that they've been able to keep these clean, sure, they've expended almost all of their utility, but nobody's gone down. There's no need for the reinvestments. 2 Galils is great, and AK is fantastic. The SMGs can be used on a quick round. Let's see how that plays into the first gun round of the game here. Team Spirit are buying in. We'll get the AUG for SDY, a couple of M4s. Dexter more than likely going to get that AWP, of course he does.
You have no issues with them maintaining the double SMGs into this first weapon?
No, not at all. Just because of the fact they basically got to keep them for free, right? They didn't farm with them. Now you can go for something a little bit more aggressive. You were mentioning the whole armor situation. Only 1 set of head armor on SDY, so Amanek and Hunter can blow those heads up like little watermelons. There's lots of flashes towards middle early. Mir jumps through window, gets the short control. They're not early pressure, so he's going to drop back towards the B. Bomb site as Nico gets a chance. Chopper down to 12.
Okay, it forces Nico's smoke to hold mid. It does mean he won't have that late window smoke he's been deploying. Plenty of those on the T side. 1 Kenny and Hunter. Dexter fills the void of the tagged up Chopper. He'll be responsible for overseeing this underpass advance. He's smoked off now though. Mir trying to lend a hand.
He's threaded the needle on this one here, so Nico's going to have to flash if they want to cross or put more pressure on mid. Another smoke's going to give him 18 more seconds of security right there. Amanek making some noise, dropping a molly, keeping them honest at B, and Magic's similar to what we saw with his Ivy bout. He just basically has to sit, wait, and call what's going on.
Chopper doesn't seem convinced by that incendiary.
He probably should have been. Look at this. The bomb's now up in B apartments. It looks like they're going for this B split through short again. Dexter rotating over now.
They've got the right pieces in the right place. There's Kenny's smoke for the window. Hunter joining his squad in apps. Amanek planning his strafe. He'll be flying out that window.
Magic still has a molly this late.
Whoa. Mir's going to have no issues other than having to sit back. Dexter does pull the trigger successfully onto 2, maybe even a 3rd. Nexus dropped into the site, not going to be able to adjust in time. So numbers favoring G2 on this retake. SDY and Mir. They level the odds. Kenny late mid found. A boost as well, so late. They can't afford to lose Nexa yet. He needs to rock the clock a little more. SDY and Mir, no slouches. And only an MP5 for Hunter. It could cost him if he does get tested without his teammates' help. Trying to survive his Nexa gets really awkward for Hunter here.
Clear.
Very difficult. Gets the first, can't transfer. Oh my goodness, he did the hard part. Mir had such low HP. An unfamiliar spray pattern perhaps. Spirit will take it. Thank you very much, Mir. Close as can be.
Got a lot done there with a bonus round, G2. They made that very, very costly. Team Spirit will scavenge the AWP.
On plan, 1v1.
Exactly. And the reinvestment right now, you have to look at how much Team Spirit have to purchase back in with, right? You get the round win bonus, sure, that's fine. But G2 are sitting pretty. You gave them clean rounds previously. Those 2 anti-ecos, you only managed 1 kill over the course of those rounds.
The relief in SDY's face as he calls, boost, boost, boost.
Stressful moment right there.
Set goal. Oh, I missed the rest. There's a motivational poster in the G2 HQ.
Oh, okay. Maybe Carlos put that one up there for him.
Set goal, achieve it. I guess that's probably the most boring motivational poster you
I thought there'd just be memes posted all over the office.
Yeah, I think that's the League of Legends
Make
side.
sure we defuse. Anyway, they're going B again.
Yeah, and it's very fast. Already in is Amanek. He takes no prisoners again. These B defenders tested when G2 want to bring the pace. So far, so good. They are low, 2 of them.
Safe call.
And they're already backing away as the smoke lands on Dexter's face. Not interested in that. Look at Nico. He's already looking to punish any of those saves in Palace.
40 seconds to take these guns away here, so if he wants to get a bit inquisitive, I don't blame him whatsoever.
I have to respect the diligence from Chopper here.
If he's
expecting this. Like, he is truly procedurally clearing every corner of Palace.
Ooh.
If he really does catch Nico with this, he's so aware, so cautious.
Here he comes.
This might be a surprise.
Here he comes.
Oh, okay, that's something. Any more? Not quite. SDY will be able to keep hold of his M4.
Yeah, big kill there as well. Not only is that going to stop them from having more of a...
You say 3's the magic number, don't you?
Yeah, I like it when they can keep 3 alive with the saves because, you know, having 2 guys in SMGs or upgraded pistols or maybe even with the loss bonus starting to build, you know, getting something dropped across, SDY can drop a rifle. If they had 3, you know, this buy would look a lot better. I'm curious to see if Team Spirit want to go all in on this anyway, but here's the entries onto B. It happened very quick. Hunter and Amanek just off those flashes straight on in. And this is what the desk was talking about, right? They said the fast stuff was really good on train. It was. G2 were able to get into the B bomb site. They ran onto yard. They swarmed. They showed their individual prowess. But they didn't have the same slower mentality. And here, they've actually shown that early on. The anti-ecos, slowest play on that first gun round, it was a little bit slower. And right there, they changed the gear. They really
I mean, they've had every round this conditioning of something in apps. There's always been a molly at the top of B apps. There's always been a couple of flashbangs over the roof. Magic's has always been kept on notice.
Yep.
So when that molly arrives for the, you know, what would be the 5th time in the 5th round, just feels like another day in the office. They fly out, double kill, just as quick as can be, converting their 4th. So G2 now do have a distinct advantage.
So Famus has been dropped. I assume there's a gun on the ground for Mir. MP9 for Chopper.
Oh, a lovely little package. M4 and a Desert Eagle. Scooped up, ready to frag.
This looks like they're going straight into an A execute here, so feigning top mid control, making this look more of the same, but they're going to be going straight into an A play, 3 through apps. 1A ramp, throwing some nades.
Often, it can only take one player's heroics to destabilize a Palace waterfall play, and Chopper has the best weapon for the job. Pound for pound, massacre. Only the one, though. Not as awful as it could have been. Very quick reactions from Dexter. Fills the void of the loss of Chopper. He has to be cognizant of Hunter, who is elevated on the box. Looking for another. Mir obscured by the smoke. Won't be able to trade just yet. Hunter now tucked in, safe and sound. Magic's flashed off for advance. This is great from G2. If he finds Magic's, we're cooking. Looks like it could be the 5th. Mir and SDY. Looking to change my mind. No bomb plan. That's Nico and Palace. He'd have to hit them both. They double peek. And now, poor Mir. He knows Hunter is behind enemy lines. Is he CT? Is he hanging out in jungle? And he reveals his location with the incendiary.
Look at this.
Finds Hunter, he knows. Starts off with a bang, and Nico vulnerable. That was a one-on-one. He did isolate the Jules, Chad.
Yeah, that was some good stuff there from Mir. Obviously doesn't work in his favor, but I like it. I like it. Drop the molly, make them focus on his position, try and force Hunter out. Did exactly that. Not the round, though. 5-1. And yeah, G2, I'm liking the decisiveness of these rounds, right? It doesn't ever feel like they're under too much pressure. Sure, after Dexter gets this kill onto Kenny, it felt nice, but Hunter, lurky boy, up through connector here. We've seen in the past, in many a team, you know, the window boost, him playing in the backlines. Well, now he's just taken a little bit late through connector, and Nico finishes things off. So, really good start here. Spirit don't have a lot of money to work with. We'll just be going for a partial investment scout. Timeout actually called on the G2 side, and I like that. I like that. You don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. Take every round as it comes. We just had a 16-14 loss. Could have gone either way.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it started 5-1 to G2.
Yeah, okay.
So,
well, here we go. Hold on to your hats.
Maybe now is a good time to be calling that timeout. Just reframe your mindset. These rounds aren't for free. You don't get these without trying hard, without focus and team play. They do definitely have a distinct advantage into this one. As you can see, Team Spirit not choosing to invest all their schmeckles. They just want to have a full buy into the next. It does enable G2 to extend their lead. Heavy flashes into middle. Early presence being fought for here. So we've seen G2's ability to slow it down. When they know they're against these sketchy buys, we saw how effective their slow stranglehold onto B. It was a mid-B they hit last time against a buy like this.
Yeah, and this plays into the mindset of Spirit as well, right? It's like, okay, well, they're going for a default round. They're doing a classic anti-eco, just finding out info, spreading out across the map, waiting for any aggression, hoping that Team Spirit make the first move, and it looks like Mir wants to. Very close stuff there. Hunter just survives with that UMP. Big kill to make, but now they know there's a bit of a gap. Mir traditionally playing over towards that window and short area. And now there's a bit of re-aggression over towards B here, so Dexter scoped in. Magic's still yet to find a kill. Let's see if that can change. Pushing forward, Magic's with a deagle. He gets lopped by Amanek, and now it's a 3-on-5.
He suspects the other as well.
It's great info. G2 could start moving as a pack. They know there's still one stuck over towards B with the scout. Just 2 more to find now.
SDY has just a slight chance to destabilize G2 here. Nico does his due diligence, but so does SDY. It will be the 1-for-1, and the hopes and dreams lie in Dexter's hands. A scout. It's not his signature weapon, but he gives it a good go. Finds just the one head before being silenced. G2 6, Team Spirit 1, map 2. Game 1 of our first day here. IEM 2021. We are here for the group stage. The main event kicking off. We had a play-in to separate from 24 to 16. And I think, Chad, many people considering the ones that rose to the top of those play-ins really just rounding out this whole stacked 16-team tournament.
Yeah, because we already had Vitality, Navi, Astralis, all the big boys were already waiting.
But then you've got the plucky young guns arriving once again and looking to prove their worth. You know, they've been in the lab, developing, making roster changes, hunting all of the talent, the diamonds in the rough. Certainly got them trained. For now, G2 showing what they're capable of on their map pick.
This is a slow approach on the gun round, so not as much conviction as we saw previously.
Same setup, almost identical.
Yeah, so this is what, and I've said it a million times, but this is what we call a default spread. And I'll go into it a little bit deeper, but the fact that they're holding on to this much utility, and we've already had so many seconds passed in the clock, they are really hoping for Team Spirit aggression. This is very, very standard stuff, but they're not actually showing any intent early in the round on the T side. They are really just waiting for them to trip over their own feet. Now the utility comes out. Window smoke from spawn. This still very aggressive setup on middle. This is almost do or die for Spirit.
Ooh. Run boost for Kenny S. And he misses his shot. Chopper with the first. Limbo now. Chopper can focus his attention on Hunter. The flash is perfect. Wow. Nico sets up his cousin and a double from Nico. SDY's under dark. Pushing for the ramp. Nexa late Palace. This could get interesting. Mir has the push. If Nexa was to maneuver out. Bomb's still miles away. Disconnected from the sites completely. Looks like they have made the call to finish A. And SDY can still...
He's on an island. The rotation's away from him here. He honestly has to 1-on-4 this.
Yeah, but the bomb's coming his way at 19 seconds. He's going Palace, safe and sound.
Oh, no.
They know where he is. He hasn't finished his meal. A scrap left, but if he gets this one, it gets so awkward.
10 seconds.
10. Get your move on. Knife out. Mir, if he denies the plant, he can get Amanek. 4 seconds, they can't plant. No time. He wins. And Mir converts it to make sure of that. 2 for Spirit. Oh, it looked like it was all G2, but just that little bit of a time advantage for the CTs.
They're both pulling out their mollies there just to deal with him as well. Gave him that chance he needed. So G2 are going to be feeling like they need that timeout. That Wombo combo in middle. Nico flashing for Hunter. Him grabbing the first and following up on the connector player. It looks great.
Flash was so cool.
And these late round situations, it's one of those scenarios where unless it's something that you play a lot in practice and you've been doing for years, you can get a bit, ooh, you know, last second really starting to stumble. Here's that flash, looks away.
Like, the reason I'm saying it's so cool is because his options are screwed. Either he turns his back and Hunter's swinging and Nico's swinging. Like, you really have no options. You're either flashed or you're dying.
Yeah, and there's that double molly. So you can see both with the mollies out, trying to deal with him. And well, one should have kept the rifle out ideally, but that's what I'm talking about. With the time so low, they're just scrambling to hope they can get it done, and Mir putting that final frag on in. So yeah, a little bit of frustration, but they started this half very well. You don't want to let this unravel you. The score's 6-2. You're bound to lose one of those. You're on the T side, so we can get this one back underway. Warp out for Kenny now. Let's see, a little bit more pace towards middle here. They're going this one with a fight. Fast mid-window smoke and really quick towards connector.
Yeah, they are charging in. Nade primed by Mir. This information, of course, conveyed. And it seems like G2 do want to back away from this fight. Saying that as Nico moths to the flame. Nexa has receded. They just leave Nico to be king of middle.
It's quite the luxury to have. Just leave a star player in mid to kill anybody that pokes out their head while everybody else can group on up for a bit of an execute. Still a bit early in the round for that, 1:15. They're heading back towards A.
Ah, interesting. I wondered why Nico and Hunter swap roles this round. It's because Hunter's got all the util. He'll smoke window, he'll molly short, whether it's connector and flash that. remains to be seen. Nexa will be the one to arrive. So it is essentially the Nico Hunter setup, just changed in regard to utility.
So we've seen this before, the Palace pop with 3. Before they had somebody from ramp throwing nades. This time it's going to be 2 through middle. Maybe Hunter goes back all the way around to a ramp. The window smoke landing now. Nico smoking off connector. So they're trying to show that they're going for more of a B split or B focus here.
SDY has the worst weapon for this job. He won't be able to take this fight as they descend. It's going to be hoping that they'll be focusing on jungle, which they will now. Chopper, unfortunately, though, catching Kenny's bullet means more corners to be checked. Oh, Kenny scoped in. Quick trades. G2 have an advantage. Just the one man. 30 seconds. Clock got the better of them once. And so did Dexter. Will he hit the wallbang? I said he doesn't miss. This time, obscured by the smoke. He does. 1 for 1. Magic's nearly had a double there. Dexter, he requires one. No smoke. Won't have that pressure on the bomb.
No kid either.
Perfect flashbang. He's so exposed.
He's in so much trouble here.
Nex is low enough that this USP will work. Doesn't adjust in time. Brings him down to 7. Whew, okay, G2 back in the driving seat.
Yeah, so you see what they're doing there, right? With that connector smoke and the window smoke, they're showing, hey, maybe we're going to be going up short, go for that pressure.
They've proven the mid-B works.
Yeah, and now they're just playing in connector and sandwiching. So as the attack comes on out to A, these players can come up through connector and stab them in the back. There you go. So controlling the rotations is almost name of the game here for G2, and this is the final attempt. Unfortunately, not going to get it done, and, well, Nexa just stays alive. So a great round, 7-2. Pistols again for Spirit. They're having a rough go of it here on Mirage. So it's really good stuff from G2. They're seeing a bit more depth in their play.
Yeah, this was the element that was not always present on their T side of Train.
These are the rounds they need to hold on to, though. The ones that you don't want to flub. You know, you don't want to give too much away, and I think that's why we're seeing such a passive approach.
I mean, I think CSGO at the moment, when you have teams as closely knit as this, it is just the separating factor of one financial mess up.
Yeah.
It can be something as simple as that separates you from your opponent. And that's why you see this diligence. You see just how hard they are. Oh, wow, that's a really nice model. You see how it spreads to the close wall as well? It covers everything.
I think when we take note of the way that Spirit have approached all of these rounds, they are, once again, heavily relying on their individuals to hit shots because they're not doing anything gimmicky, right? They're not stacking. They're playing almost positions you do on a gun round and hoping they hit some big deagle headshots. Smoked off again, Dexter.
I'm sure it works out for them in practice. And SDY proves it works in officials. Ooh, did they hear it? It's Kenny burning. It's Kenny.
Yeah.
Oh, he's cooked. That's 2 silly deaths for Kenny. Not going to feel good about that one. Shouldn't translate into... Oh, but Mir popping off. Nex has not gone down to the shot. Wow, he's just risking his life. Molly's out. Nexa converts. It got awkward for a moment and still can. Dexter, glass cannon AK. There is an AWP for him to recover. Likely throw that to Chopper. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Boost as well. Spirit, we were just talking about the power of breaking a team like G2 on a round like this. The finances favor G2 heavily here, but now the numbers favor Spirit. Closing the gap is Chopper. Given the job, the Bloodhound nose to the ground, and he gets more than just the info. He gets the frag. Dexter onto Amanek as well. Just like that, Team Spirit hardly investing. Deagles, a couple of Kevlar vests off the rack. And that's 3.
Yeah, just playing on that ladder with the Molotov, right? This is something that Mir has punished them with or had the potential to punish them with a few times. And you can see when he's on top of the ladder, the molly doesn't hit him. He finds the gap. He takes down Kenny. He actually could have had a couple more here. That shot onto Hunter is huge. He almost had Nexa as well. You can just see how scared Nexa is at copping an AWP bullet, not expecting another re-peek. And then they closed it out from there. So a much needed round for Team Spirit.
Yeah. So they've had 2 of those now. We've had the running out of time, which obviously Spirit contributed greatly to. Thank you very much, Chopper, and thank you, SDY. But also now here again, just the Deagles and Kevlar vests. That's a 3rd timeout in just 10 rounds of play. G2 have the advantage, but they're well aware of how quickly it can be taken from them.
See, I can understand the logic in the sense of if they can continue to extend, if they win this half 10-5, 11-4, something like that, and they've taken these timeouts, that's great. But if this half goes back and it ends up being close, like a 9-6, 8-7, something along those lines, at that point, you start getting a little bit worried because on your CT half, you're not going to have any timeouts to take when the going gets tough, and the economy much harder to deal with on that CT side. So I respect it if they can, you know, keep this lead up and close out early, but if the going gets tough, that's where real problems will come in. Good note right there. Thank you very much, observing team. Vent not broken. Canary in the coal mine activated.
Enable setups like that. Dexter misses his chance. They know something different, something fishy in the apps. The flashes are good. Magic's He's in a lot of trouble, and Hunter's already taken down his partner. Burning, panic, and this is just a perfect G2 aggressive maneuver. They've taken 3 bodies down, flooding into the site. Chopper hears them. Nexa, will he check his corners? No one to guard him. Kenny's holding. Just in time.
Worth the shot, but that was fantastic from G2. They have bullied this B bomb site time and time again. So there's a clear either weakness that they've identified or something that they think is a strength of theirs.
I mean, dude, do you remember the game Magix was having on Train?
Yeah, he's been silenced, hasn't he?
G2,
kill.
It's not like they're targeting the weakest member of the roster. They just clearly think Team Spirit's A defense not worth trying. Certainly not too much. They've been working out of Palace occasionally. But B, bullied.
If you can have a timeout and then break back after a Deagle round like that one just to keep everybody cool, you're finding yourself in a pretty solid spot. And this became
Their
just
flashes
a
were so
mess.
good. Like, Dexter fires off one shot, and then suddenly all of the util from G2 was so perfect at just silencing him.
All right, well, let's see. The Spirit going to keep being on the receiving end of this B hold. Or are they going to mix things up? Dexter aggressive in middle, might get caught in no man's land. He's peppered up, 15 HP already. The decisions that Team Spirit are making right now are definitely being accounted for by G2. Hunter once again through the underpass, UMP again. And Dexter needs to play this round much safer now with that AWP. Won't be able to be such a thorn in the side, picking middle, trying to be aggressive, has to just tuck himself in towards Ticket. You can see they've gone for a heavy A lean close towards Palace in the side as well, and B, well, they're stacking and hedging. So G2 have all the avenues they want to do splits through middle, window room, short, connector. It's all a possibility right now. This is great map control with a minute remaining.
It does just feel like Team Spirit are waiting for the execute, letting G2 come to them. They've got 3 players leaning in towards Nexa's A side. Hunter advancing now. Pulls out some smoke on short. Mir all too paranoid of that B aggression. Oh, messes up his movement, but Dexter misses his shot. Uncharacteristic miss. And now space. Will they be able to launch? Oh, Chopper, such great timing out of his ramp peak.
Needs to be careful now.
Yeah, he's being hunted by 2 players. The flash is good. It's good supportive work. If Nico goes down, damn dinked. Hunter's going to have to do a lot here, and he misses his shot. Nico, they're not demanding too much of him. Mir finds another. That's a double kill for Chopper. Mir the same. Spirit 4, they needed that one.
You can see how easy of a time they had getting up through connector and trying to make their way onto the site, but it's once they found themselves in those prickly crossfires, Spirit up close towards ramp, there's no pressure there. Palace obviously a little bit of a problem in that rotation from Dexter back towards Ticket. It all worked out in the end, and I think you have to put that one on Chopper. He had a rough start to their first map, but he's chipping in here, 6 kills to his name. They're going to need a couple more, as it looks like just the pistols now for G2, so they have been broken. Their money, like, I feel like they could have warranted something maybe a little bit more aggressive on the buy, but the loss bonus is at the bottom of the barrel. I guess Kenny wants to make sure he gets that AWP out. Nexa have all the utility that he's after as well.
Hello and welcome to Amanex Molotov tutorials.
So first we're going to jump on this corner for approximately 40 seconds. After bullets are fired.
After my teammates get a frag. Oof, there it is. Kenny blows her head off. Dexter there, quick to respond. Exchange of flame. Oh, I haven't seen the window boost. Hunter used to be so iconic with this.
He's heard the scope, so he knows someone's close. Never mind, they've cleaned that one
not
up.
a bad trade, though. This is actually G2. Not necessarily converting into a round win, but they're making things very uncomfortable.
There's still a lot of time for this as well. I know it is a 2-on-3.
He's trying to catch that rotate. He knows Magic's likely going to want to react to the fact that the bomb's been spotted. It's all about timing. It's all about your own personal game sense. Not easy to re-peek into an AWP, but he tries all the same. Bomb's right in front of Nexa's nose. He won't be able to pick it up. And just like that, we do see another gap closer from Team Spirit.
Yeah, go get involved, Amanek. It would be a nightmare scenario right now to not get the loss bonus. So make sure you go down or get a gun. There's the ladder. 10 seconds. Dead. All right, well, he achieved his goal right there, which was to make sure he got that loss bonus. Money now up to 4,500. Kenny's got the 5,750 should be able to get himself that AWP. Next could even drop one if they wanted to spread their love. But I wonder if it's time for one of those faster approaches, right? We were talking about those B hits before. They've done some palace pops. They've forced Team Spirit to play off of middle in a lot of these scenarios with early damage. There's a couple of the Deagle highlights for everybody playing at home. Round number 14, scoreline 8-5. Team Spirit looking to claw this one back. Fully board up here, AWP, the AUG out for SDY again. And Dexter, he wants to kill, he's hunting early. See if he can find Amanek on the jumping adventures.
Didn't go to plan last time they did this, but he does fire off a shot all the same. Information conveyed to G2. Nico, no armor. Wait, what? Nico, no armor.
Oh. Oh, he has 1,000 left in the bank.
He
so
does.
I guess he forgot to buy it.
So next time you make that mistake in your matchmaking games, you can say Nico does. This is the Nico strat.
We've all been there, especially when guns getting dropped across. Kenny didn't even go for the AWP. So
Happens to everyone.
I wonder how that one actually transpired. Maybe just so focused on the call right there. But nades are being lined up now. Kenny's going to lob one out. Still a lot of presence towards middle here.
Oof, Mir. They know your tricks. He loves to play towards that ladder room. Chopper, he hears this. It's going to be all about the
Great flash.
It's so good from Kenny. Nexa late from Palace. This is exactly the rigid G2 we've seen converting many rounds here on the T side, looking like 9.
Magic has to try and save this. Money is not great whatsoever, and I don't think they'll let him do it. This round will be the final round of the half, and well, Magix gets 1 kill. Is that going to sound the alarm? Are they all going to start hunting right now? Oh, what could he possibly have shown there?
I don't know. Like, I think he just knocked his fingertips off.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, those greedy mitts off of that.
All right, 9-5. Team Spirit up against it here. G2 looking hot to trot. Here you go.
What do you see?
Oh,
way more.
Yeah, a lot more than I thought Nexa would have had eyes on right there.
Set goal, make plan. Damn it. I didn't get the...
Next time.
We're making a plan. I think we get to work next. There's a couple of steps.
All right, really scrappy by Deagles, Famus, MP9, 1M4. Very lackluster utility. Someone has to make a multi-kill here. It feels like Spirit's multi-kills have been few and far between on the CT side.
Next is given a new lease of life to Mir. Doesn't quite find the frag. I've enjoyed this G2T side. This is another one of those defaults, different spread, but same result, same intentions. Every possible CT aggressive maneuver is to an extent held.
This needs to be a bit more gambly on this last round from Spirit. I don't mean in terms of where they stack, because you just get duped out late round, but going for something as an aggressive maneuver together to try and capitalize on some space, some information, a gun, anything.
Like a walk B. That's where Dexter and Magix and Mir, the whole gang, gather. Okay, so they are gambling B. 2 boosts, setting them each other up. Seems like G2 definitely will have an advantage onto this A take. Chopper's just holding on to what little he has. Scoots his way out.
Oh, look at that. Nexa taking space. He's actually going to push through. They won't be expecting this so quick. Not with the molly. Look, Chopper goes down. A side is open for business.
Certainly is. CT's the final threat in this final round of our half. Flashbang and bomb down. Maybe the Magix has nothing left to deliver. His late arrival from Connector has been taken down. It looks like that 10, as you highlighted, Chad, justifies the timeouts a bit more for G2 as they convert their 10th. Dexter up against the entire world. G2 10, Spirit 5, looking to respond in kind. They conceded Train. G2 want to take us to 3.
To win Mirage, they're out here. It's their map pick. And they're only 6 rounds away from doing exactly that. So let's get this one underway with the second pistol round of Mirage. Passive setup over towards A. So there's one towards Ticket, one tucking in towards the site, and one connector. They're not getting too up close and personal here.
All right, what have you got in store for us? Smoke off the connector, charge up ramp. Oh, Kenny's taken down Palace, so now they can all focus their attention on Sandwich. It doesn't matter when their Glocks hurt like that. Kenny's even low in the smoke. They're just throwing every bullet they can, everybody dropping. Kenny's got a shot. Good shot onto SDY. Would need another. Bomb's already ticking. Hunter late arrival coming in from ramp, and
He's heard that.
Wild where he can take this down. He does find it. Kenny would need one more, and they bring it back. He finds them both. That's info alone. I don't know if he calls it. He's certainly spotted at least 2 heads. Here's, sees the shadow. Won't check the right. Baited in by the shadow. Well played by Team Spirit all around.
Oof, they needed that one right there. And I was wondering where the flash was. I saw the smoke land. Oh, where's the flash? Are they going to flash? Where's the flash? And then the flash eventually came. They were fighting. They were all over connector. They swarmed it. A classic play with the Glocks. Really clawing down that area to wriggle with, and Kenny had some big shots, but unfortunately was not enough to get his team across the line here. Hunter's flank, it was good, but the reaction from Team Spirit here to both push connector and swarm Kenny middle, that was great. Otherwise, they would have been isolating Jules. That's when you give away the 1v1s.
It's kind of a similar decision-making to like that afterplant in Rops's lovely angle management in Dust 2.
Sure.
Against Complexity, just the fact that they both grouped up CT for that last duel. Once that bomb's down and you have an idea as to the CT's location, it does seem kind of almost counterintuitive, but smart play.
Now, we focused on Mia and his slow performance on Train. He only managed 1 kill in the first half of Train, and then he came back and was absolutely electric for them on the CT side. Well, Magix, he was quiet, but he had some good openings on their T side of Train. So let's see if he can turn this around. Only 3 kills to his name. Quite an influential player there, Boris the Butcher. And this, well, feels like we're watching G2's anti-ecos. Nice and slow, very methodical, avoiding the aggressive plays. Not SMGs in the mix, though. Spirit are more than happy to operate with 5 rifles. The Deagle upgrade and the UMP for Hunter is what they have to deal with. A minute left on the clock, and now, well, they're going for one of those B splits. Mid control taken. Next, might get flashed through this.
Whoa, it looked like it could have been more. Amanek wishing it was.
Damage.
He's got so much work to do. Good damage. Good damage again. Not enough. 1 bullet will do. Nico finds it.
Oh!
And he finds them both. Hard work converted. Not over yet. Nico would need 2 more. With his Kevlar vest and his Desert Eagle, they know exactly where he was. Ooh, spots one on bench and gets away with it. He knows Mir wants to bomb, and Mir's not making any mistakes. He'll take it. He'll grab himself a nice sidearm upgrade, and Spirit convert their pistol. So 2 so far, both rounds keeping 2 players alive. So G2 are making them work for it.
Yeah, it's much more costly than what we saw Spirit opting for on their CT-sided anti-eco rounds, or force buy rounds. They lost a kill and then they left. They went, that's all right, you can have the round. And G2, they want to make a bit more of a meal of it, make a fight of it, and they managed to do exactly that. So some upgraded pistols again, having a crack this time against 3 MAC-10s and an AK-47 as we get everybody at home on the fan cams. Hope you're all enjoying your Thursday.
It's Thursday?
I think so.
I haven't opened my weekly chest. In World of Wowcraft.
Yeah, no, I know where you're going with that one. Okay, well, a little bit dicier through middle. Nexus found 1. Chopper's already in B, though, so there's a player behind him in the site, Alex. Chopper hasn't actually cleared his corners and is lucky enough to spin around and finish off Hunter and Nexa, respectively. Magic's taking down Nico, so he's already finding some T-side impact here. And now we have the similar bonus scenario, right? Remember with G2, they had that MP5. They obviously had themselves a MAC-10 with Amanek. Well, same sort of situation for Team Spirit. 2 MAC-10s, AWP, 2 AK-47s. And here it is. Kenny and Amanek prioritizing these double AWPs on the CT gun rounds again. So we're seeing a similar scene as what Train offered. 3 rifles, 2 AWPs, bucket load of utility, no defuse kits.
All right, then. It's time to see what twists and turns await us in round 19. It's a different look to their T side for sure. Using G2s as reference point, Team Spirit, they've got their own plans. And so does Amanek, actually. A bit of an aggression towards the apartments to an extent. I mean, he flashes it, confirms his presence, and now locks down that smoke push.
Good harassment towards middle there. Some damage being done. Mir and Chopper both half HP.
Yeah. They have no info towards A. Like, there could be ramp or palace presence, and Chopper has been given the unenviable task of retaking that control. He has no idea. You know, has no idea what information G2 could be having, could be operating under, and that's his responsibility, just to confirm that they are still an unknown entity. Smokes into the window, denies info, they start their walk. It's a leisurely stroll of 4. Socially distanced, of course.
This is going to be the A pop through the connector smoke, similar scenes as what G2 were just doing, and they're ready for it. They're going to flash through this. This is going to be an absolute
so spicy! Nexa and Nico flashed in, and it's absolutely beautiful! Dexter's the last man standing in middle, doesn't hit the wall bang, will recover the bomb. Nico on for the ace, his cousin steals it away. But that is a read, and that is an 11th for G2.
They're ready for that. You know how premeditated it is. When multiple members start getting drawn towards a smoke. There's a flash pulled as well. Look at this. Just blind and connected. Nothing they could do. Mopped on up. NiKo absolutely destroying them here. Great team play there from G2. That is a really big round to win. Number 11 on the board for them now in map number 2. Spirit will be a little bit shocked by that one. They should be able to reinvest, no dramas, and they're actually going to be taking a timeout. And we were enjoying the way the timeouts were taken there in map number 1. This is the second for Team Spirit here. Still need to grab a couple more rounds to tie this one up. And with the AKs, they've got some Tech 9s as the sidearms. Chopper still has 1,000 left in the bank. Mia's got a grand left as well. This smells of a set piece here, Alex. Just the fact that we have so many Tech 9s, you'd think you'd want to go something a bit brawlier. So in either a B set piece or an A set piece, have those Tech 9s go in first to make the room keep moving. Yeah,
interestingly enough, it's going to be Dexter and Mia who are operating with those AK-47s. And in your kind of set piece visualization, is it the AKs that are cleaning up, or is it the AKs that are getting those first?
You let those Tech 9s take the space, and the AKs come through off the info and mop on up. They're the ones who, you know, should be...
You're putting your faith into close.
Yeah, so they might be the ones at the back of the pack throwing this utility here.
Okay, so it looks like it will be the A explode.
Nothing on middle. Just note, they haven't done anything on middle whatsoever. So as soon as this is cleared, Kenny can just be left to his own devices.
Ooh, lots of util A. Nexus probably calling for backup. Smokes him, flashed him, pushing in. Denial of a lot of space here. And he will get himself one. The spray through the box kept him distracted, but he does well to at least keep it competitive. The bomb's not down, don't forget. NiKo's flank.
So quick.
He's so fast. He may be able to deny it. It's all about the
Bomb's
smokes.
Still close ramp.
It's all about the smokes as they fade. What vision does NiKo have? Nothing. He actually saw Dexter. He'll molly him out of position. This is chaos. He gets him a second from NiKo.
Huge.
He is pulling G2, kicking and screaming into the 12th, but it's by far from a guarantee. Mir still in jungle. SDY a gamer. 2 frags to his name already. Kenny, not an easy duel for him. He'd have to hit a stunning shot. And now it gets awkward. SDY. Yes, the bomb is ticking, but 3 want your blood. Make it 2. Ace clutch required. Bomb ticking. He's got a good shot at this, especially with Kenny low. And not quite done. Amanek onto the defuse with time to spare. We have 12 for G2 and NiKo.
Absolute hero flank there. Oh, this is very close without the kit. Jesus. Whew. That got very, very fine right there.
I heard the click.
Oh dear, okay. This is a great flank from NiKo. It's just how quick he was there, right? They were still dealing with all the chaos on the site, and he's already T-spawn ready and raring to punish this. We know how good the executes can be from Spirit on train. Their T-side, that B execute time and time again was one of the keys to success. And they were so close just here. Check this out. Amanek.
6, 0, 8.
He didn't flub around looking for a kit that was dropped. He picked that up after the fact. So, all right, Orps, do back out. This is going to be Spirit down to pistols. 12-8 now. G2 are really starting to sink their teeth into this one. This should be the 13th.
This could be over in the next 10 seconds if Chopper and Dexter both go down.
No NiKo's there. I feel like they do. Well, of course they do now.
Ooh, trying to run away. Kenny S. Flick's not there. They know one's underpass. The other is an unknown entity. Magix was unknown. Nexa knocks his head off as he walks out of Palace.
It baits the shot, but if you're not going to make the kill off the back of it, you're just going to have to run through the flames and go on down. So 13, another cleanish-ish round from G2. NiKo the only one to fall. They should be able to drop him a gun. Hunter can do that.
Inferno as a third map decider. Top right if you were looking for that info.
That's going to be very interesting because we saw Dexter make his debut on Inferno with this team just in the play-ins. Before it was Patsy, when they brought in him as the 6th man, they were using Patsy instead of Dexter. A lot of people were a bit curious as to why. Dexter is such a fantastic player, and we saw him play well on Inferno just the other day. So let's see how this one transpires. Still 3 more needed for G2.
Yeah, and we know how long that can take to close a game like this. 16-14 on train.
Oh, second nade just missing.
They're so convinced he's there. The wall bangs and nades and still don't really find him.
That smoke's a little bit deeper. I'm not sure how gray screen... Okay, he's going to back off anyway. Landed literally on that lip, so...
Yeah, he was in the center of that.
And there's 3B.
Yeah, words out of my mouth. What are you up to, NiKo?
Of course he's pushing.
What are you up to?
Oh, he's found a one.
He's got a one-way. Ah, barrel and a miss from Dexter. First blood drawn in round 22, and it's thanks to Nico. Funny business through the smoke.
All right, Chopper. What do you got with the AWP, my friend? Nico's about to swing out and take you all down.
So loud. It's so loud. Multiple targets in mid. Nico confirms there's at least another one there as he does best Chopper.
3 on 5 now. This is a very difficult round. So on to way they go. Flash is good. Kenny's trained with the AWP, but he's going to find SDY. So this should be round 14.
Looks like it. Really does. Nico again with the impact frags. And there's more to be added to the list. Mir thinks otherwise. Great frag. Shut down. One more. Magic's into the 1v3. Quiet in the first half. And a little louder before he does go down. So 14-8.
No money here as well.
No money. Almost spells 15.
Yeah. All right, well, Spirit. Hopefully they can keep the spirits high because map 3 is looking more and more likely here. And you notice Nico, the way that he's playing around middle, it's a lot differently to what Spirit were doing on their CT side, right? They were having a much harder time re-picking and going for those type of fights. It almost felt like Spirit were more than happy to give up that space. Now here, Nico's just using his intuition, playing around their smokes, punishing them with their own utility, and really, really setting them up for success as we see just these pistols come out. Enough money is going to be left over for a buy in round number 24.
You want to burst B. Nico's been consistent. Looks like a nice little flash with the light. No issue for Amanek though. Takes the first, expecting much more company. He's got friends prepared. They've set the table. Misses his next shot onto Magic's, but there is just a small universe where Mir walking up benches could catch these boys off guard. Kenny's got a pin pulled now. Nexus holding it. At least one. Where did Mir's health go? Kenny actually reacted in time. That must have been quite a ridiculous, either no scope or a quick flick. They get across, jungle the last two. And Nico found they can pivot here. Not for much longer.
Clamped down on quite well there, so Hunter gets a couple more kills. 22 for him. It's been a very good map for Hunter. Leading the charge alongside of Nexa. You've got 18 for Nico as well. A lot more impact from him on this CT side, just being a thorn around middle. Amanek and then Kenny. They're doing the AWPing duties, so a bit more static for them on this CT half. One more round needed now, 15-8. See no AWP for Dexter going into what could be the final round of play. So they're going back for that standard mid-control smoke towards top cat, out towards the mid-box, bombs over towards A at the start, and Kenny wants to have a fight. The flash is good. But Mir up and over, he punishes that, so a great entry, a great opening.
Yeah, you need something like that. Mir steps up, takes down a big scalp in Kenny. Exactly where SDY was spraying, he just chooses to fill the void.
He's so confident, isn't he? Reinitiating, they have the buffer. And he finds a kill here, he levels it back up.
Yeah, I mean, his read of the game is so apparent because it almost, at times, looks like he's reacting to the X-ray.
Yeah, exactly.
How many people who are tuned in today have had to explain to their parents, no, they can't see through the walls? That's for us. Sometimes Nico convinces many of us.
He might get caught here. SDY just jumped on that box. Might be able to catch a glimpse into Palace, but it's too little too late. Magix goes down. SDY's gone, oh no, Alex, this looks like it's over.
Certainly does. Red Rover, 3 more frags for G2 to take us to Inferno. Chopper's not quite done yet.
They're so one-on-one though, right? They have to win all of their own duels. There's no trade potential. There's no option to go back to B, considering where Hunter is. G2 have done great, and they're even taking more space. Look at this, the re-aggression from Nico just continuing forward.
Chopper's going to be confused if this is truly the way he loses that bomb. Amanek completely concedes A. And I understand why, because Nico doesn't feel like he's seen anything. Nothing to report. Nico's going to just skip it, or no? He wants to do a thorough check.
He might get there in time too.
Not far off. 10 seconds, he knows it. He's confirmed it. A, Amanek and Hunter knives out, but it's Nico we care about.
All he has to do is stop the bomb planner.
That's all.
He's planning open as well. This is done. Close it down.
And just like that, we are finished with our second map of the main event. G2 convert Mirage convincingly. And so to separate Spirit and to separate G2, we require a third.